Region 6 Chairman Mr. David Armagon is facing allegations of undermining the elections of the Bushlot NDC. Shanice Beckles reports.
Councillor of the APNU-AFC coalition assigned to the Bushlot NDC, Ms. Barbara Pilgrim, is alleging that the Region 6 Regional Chairman, Mr. David Armagon, and Vice Chairman, Mr. Dennis DeRoop, influenced the decision of the election held yesterday at the Bushlot NDC. Ms. Pilgrim made allegations that the chairman was undermining the election process so that the NDC's vote will remain in favor of the People's Progressive Party. In a discourse with the regional chairman concerning the allegation, he refuted all the claims.
I was at Bushlot NDC this morning to witness the elections because they were supposed to have had the elections last week, but it was postponed. And so I thought, as a regional chairman, I've gone to some of the other NDCs too to ensure that the process is transparent. In fact, yesterday I was at Meritology NDC yesterday morning to make sure that the process is transparent and that people are satisfied and democracy and so on is at play. And that is why I went this morning to Bushlot NDC. Bushlot NDC, when I went this morning, the elections were were called at 8:30 this morning. The NDC overseer is the person who conducted the elections. I was only there as an observer, myself and the vice chairman and so on. We were there as observers to see that the process. We couldn't change any results there. Right? And we couldn't influence anybody to vote for anybody because people had to make up their minds and so on who they would have voted for before.
Mr. Armagon noted that the majority of the councillors were PPP councillors.
The elections was conducted, the overseer conducted the elections, to my mind, in a very transparent manner. The PPP had 5 councillors and the APNU AFC coalition had 4 councillors. So obviously, if you have a majority of the councillors, they would vote for the PPP set of people. And so the PPP were able to, the 2 PPP councillors that we have there, were able to get the chairman and the vice chairman position. Although other persons were nominated, but when the vote took place, it was 5 against 4. So the process was transparent, it was very democratic. I think the overseer did a great job in terms of the conduct of the elections. And I don't understand why people are making lies. I mean, anybody could have gone there as an observer. I had nothing to do with the elections. I didn't conduct the elections. Myself and the vice chairman, we just went there as observers, as we have done at many other the other council elections.
The regional chairman, in his defense, noted that he has a right to observe the elections like anybody else.
Any member of the public can go and observe these elections, and members of the PNC and whichever party you belong to, you also have a right to go there and observe what is going on. But you have no right to run the elections or to conduct the elections. It is strictly conducted by the overseer, because that's the authority that conducts the election in all the NDC. So we have nothing to do with the results. The people voted, and both sides at the end of it were very cordial to each other, because we observed that. In fact, the people from the other side, the people from the AFC APNU side, congratulated those who were elected, and they pledged to work with them. So I don't know who making all this kind of noise. I mean, it's unnecessary noise. And people should go and do what they have to do instead of walking around the place making lots of noise.
Shanice Beckles reporting for Channel 8 News.